Okay, excuse the vibes. It is 4 in the morning. I literally just like woke up out of bed and had to say this shit. So here we are. Um, you have to follow your dreams. I know, like, duh, but you have to follow your dreams. Like, you literally have to get up and get the fuck after it, bro. Like, and I don't mean that in the way of forcing them into existence, into, working yourself to the fucking bone. I don't mean trying this and trying that and trying everything you can to try to make it work. It's not what I mean. You have to just start doing what feels right. You have to just start doing what feels right for you. You have to stop taking advice from other people and listening to what other people think you should do or want from you. It's just not gonna lead you to your happiness. You know what I mean? The only way to get there is to do what you know is gonna make you happy. You know what I mean? And it seems so obvious, like, duh, but a lot of people don't do this. A lot of people don't. A lot of people listen to their family and their parents and their friends and, I don't know, bosses, mentors, advisors, whoever the fuck, like, whoever. I don't even know, celebrities on the internet, like, all type of people, anyone. People let everyone else tell them what to do and tell them how to live their lives, and it's like been that way since we were born, damn near. Like, you constantly have people just projecting their ideas and opinions onto you of the way that you should live your life. You know what I mean? So many people here have this idea of, like, the successful path of life. Like, you know the story, you know what it is. But the thing is, it's just not meant for everybody to do it exactly the same way. You know what I mean? We're all individual and we all, like, learn our different lessons by taking our different journeys, here on this earth. And it's so important for us to be able to do that. You know what I mean? We don't all want to be living the exact same life. You want to be able to, like, richly experience the experience that this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you a personal example. So, as I do be on my bullshit, I literally woke up the other day and I texted my boss that I'm not coming into work. I just realized that that position didn't align with my future anymore and I just don't want to be there. Not a big deal. I didn't have to make up no, like, crazy story about why I'm not coming in anymore. I literally just told him, I was like, this isn't working for me anymore and I'm not going to be coming back. And let me give you some backstory on that too, because I didn't dead ass just wake up one day and I was like, I'm not going to work anymore. This is something that I have known for so long, not only at this job, every job I've ever worked at. I was only working at that job, my last job, for like a few months, maybe like 3 or 4 months or something like that. And I knew going into it, I knew going into it. And very soon into it, and pretty much at all times, that it's not somewhere I'm supposed to be. I didn't come live this life to be limited in that way, to be able to have all, like, my time controlled and, like, dress codes and clothes. I did not come here to have so much of my life controlled. You know what I mean? And I've known that at every job I've ever worked at. I've never been happy at a job, no matter how much I like the job. I've had a lot of jobs that I literally love, that I actually love. I loved my last job. I worked at a garden, and if you know me, you know that's my shit. Like, that's my shit. I loved working there, so it wasn't about, let me fix this. It's not about work. It's not that I just don't like to work. It's not that. I actually really love to work. If you know me, you know I'm a fucking hard-ass worker. Like, I'm the type of girl who will have 3-4 jobs at a time, bro. But the thing is, like, I just burn myself out hustling so much because, well, in the past, I burnt myself out hustling so much because I had all these goals that I wanted to reach, right? And I thought that the only way to reach those goals was to bust my fucking ass. But now I'm realizing none of it has to be that hard. None of it has to be that hard. It literally just doesn't. Like, if you know what you want to do, you should just do that and stop worrying about everything else. So like, I knew for several weeks working at this job every day while I was there doing my stuff, watering plants. I knew every day I was like, damn, this really isn't where I'm supposed to be. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to find my way out? And I didn't just, as soon as I had the thought that I didn't want to be there, I didn't just up and quit. This was something that was marinating in my mind for several weeks. And I kind of like was opening myself up to the idea and trying to think about how I was going to make it work. And because I'm so spiritual and I do have a lot of like spiritual guidance, I just received so much confirmation from the universe during this time because I kept like praying about it, asking about it, talking about it, and just the signs I started to receive were literally overwhelming. I don't want to talk too much about the spiritual side, I don't think, but anyways, that's what like gave me the confidence to know that I was ready, you know what I mean? And the reason why is because like it was about releasing resistance. You know what I mean? I was scared to leave because what I've always known is that you're supposed to go to work to save money to reach your goals. You know what I mean? That's what I've always been taught is the thing. And that's for sure a way to do it. I'm not saying that doesn't work. But to me, it's also somewhat of a limiting belief. No, it is a limiting belief because there's so many other ways we can do anything we want to do. You know what I mean? There's so many other ways. There's so many other options. Like, there's just endless possibilities. Honestly, there is. So I just started thinking more about that, and I really started working hard on, like, releasing all the beliefs that I've held my whole life. You know what I mean? Which can be a scary thing. We do be, like, gripping onto those. They feel safe. They feel secure. You know what I mean? It's what we've always known. But bro, taking that leap is so empowering to really release yourself and free yourself of all of the like constrictions of beliefs you've always had and open yourself up to the idea that there could be more. It's such a powerful starting place. So I started thinking about that. I started considering like, okay, what's the worst that could happen? Like, what's the worst that could happen? You know, I'm going to have to get another job. That's literally the worst thing that could happen. Like, I'm going to have to get another job. But, you know what I mean? Because this is something I've always known about myself, I've always made a point to save. So I didn't just quit with a few dollars in the bank and be like, whatever, we'll just fucking see what happens. Nah, I set myself up to be able to do this. You know what I mean? Not that I also have like $1 billion in the bank, but I have a little bit of money to know that gave me the feeling of security that I have time to figure it out, if that makes sense. But now, even that I've done that, I'm realizing I don't even need that because every moment you get to figure it out. Like, every moment of life you get to figure it out. You don't really need to plan 10 steps ahead because things change so much anyways. You can just decide what you want to do now and figure the rest out later. That's very, very scary for a lot of people. But listen, it's like a fucking leap of faith. And if you have any faith, you know that sometimes you just have to trust. Sometimes you just have to trust. You really do. And so that is what I did. I trusted that everything was going to be okay if I do what I know is right for me and stop trying to think about what everyone else would want, what everyone else would think was the right thing to do. You know what I mean? I had to stop thinking about, oh, what is my family going to think? Like, they're going to trip out. Like, I'm already the black sheep, okay? They're going to think this girl just be making wild decisions, right? But I had to let go of all of that and not worry about that and only worry about, like, is this what I know I want to do? Is it? And it was. It's been. Okay, so I finally just went ahead and I was like, you know what? I'm going to trust myself and I'm going to honor myself and I'm going to take this leap of faith, right? So I text my boss and I quit my job. And ever since that, the freedom I have felt is actually insane. Like, beyond the freedom of just not having to go to work. Like, it is literally internal freedom, bro. Like, I don't know. It's change, like, opening yourself up to different frames of belief, opening yourself up to the idea that what you've always known is not necessarily what things have to be. is a really, really powerful thing. Like, it's a really, really powerful thing. So now I'm just, using that mindset moving forward and trying to make sure that I'm following my intuition, following what I really want to do. And I'm releasing all of the ideas of what I have to do, right? What I have to do to get to where I need to be. Because realistically, like, life is going to guide you. Like, life is going to guide you. It just happens. Like, life literally just happens. You don't have to make it happen around you. It literally just happens around you. Whatever move you make, life is going to continue to happen. And if, if you can be a little bold, a little bit fearless, you can just allow that to happen around you. And oh my God, I guarantee you, life is so much more beautiful and magical when you let it be that way. It's so cool. Like, it's so cool. Every day I wake up more excited. Every day I'm just like amazed at the stuff that life naturally brings to me. I say yes to the things that I want to say yes to, and I say no to the things that I want to say no to. And fucking, that works. I'm happier. You know what I mean? When I just do the things I want to do, I'm happier. When I don't do the things I don't want to do, I'm happier. It's literally that simple. And I know, that may sound like dumb to some people because, like, fucking duh. Like, duh. But there's so many people who complicate it. Like, so many of us overcomplicate that and add so many extra details into, like, why we can or can't do the things that make us happy. You know what I mean? And even internally, like, it doesn't even have to be outside people. Like, it can be because we don't think we can. We don't think we're talented enough. We don't think we're this or that or the other. Those are also limiting beliefs. You know what I mean? They're just limiting beliefs about yourself. But it's all stuff that can be worked on to literally open up your life, to expand your life so much. You know what I'm saying? It's just a really powerful thing. My point of saying all of this is because I really, really, really just want to inspire more people to, like, do what the fuck they want to do. I've kind of always been a person that did that. If you know me, you know. But even more so nowadays, I'm really not hearing nothing. Like, you really can't tell me shit, I promise. And honestly, that's the life I want everyone to live, because I'm so happy. Nothing anyone does or says affects me negatively. Nothing that happens in life that others may consider bad, it doesn't affect me, bro. I take every single thing as a lesson. Every single thing is a learning opportunity. Every single experience, even what may seem hard to some people, I'm like, ooh, girl, what am I learning from this today? You know, for example, I got in a car accident several months ago. It was like a hit and run by a drunk driver. They fucked my shit up, totaled my car, blah, 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 whatever. I remember as soon as I got hit, my car spun the fuck out, like up a freeway ramp. It was insane. And up the exit ramp at that. So I was like, girl, get me the fuck out of here, right? But literally I remember the second it happened, I was like, my car was spinning, my fucking head was spinning, everything was just like literally in a blur. I knew I was alive though. Like, I knew I was alive. I knew I was good. So I remember my very first thought was like, what's the blessing in this? Straight up. Straight up. I was like, what's the blessing in this? Immediately. And then I remembered as soon as my car stopped spinning, I, got my wits about me, try to figure out what the fuck direction I'm facing, what's happening. I seen these two dudes, like, dipping out of their car. They ran away, all the shit. And I, like, was trying to just quickly pull my car off to the curb, into a safe space where I wasn't going to get hit by other cars exiting the freeway, right? And it's also 2 a.m. in a really bad part of town, by the way, and I'm by myself. So all of this is happening. I'm trying to collect myself. I pull over to the side. I'm just like taking a few deep breaths and thinking about things. And the first things I was thinking about is how not freaked out I was. I mean, my body was like shaking. My body was shaking, and there was a little bit of pain in some places, whatever. But really the main thing on my mind, I was like, noticing how far I've come mentally. I was like, whoa, this is cool. I was like, okay, probably gonna get a new car, yay. Like, I was just like, all right, like, I was just ready to get it over with. I was like, I want to go home and go to bed, so, like, where's the fucking tow truck? Like, what are we doing? Hurry up. And I remember there were some bystanders, some dudes that had just, like, pulled up. He fucking gave me a cigarette. don't smoke, it's bad for you. But anyways, and he was like, we were like chopping it up, and he was like, yo, like, why are you so chill? He kept asking me. He asked me like 3 times. He's like, why are you so chill? Like, are you okay? And I was like, it just is what it is. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? And he was like real thrown off by it. Real thrown off. He was like, what the heck? Like, how are you? Are you sure you're good? Like, he asked me so many times, right? And then when like the police officers and the EMTs and everybody got there, he was like telling them, he was like, I think she's in shock. Hold on. Whenever the like police officers and EMTs and everyone got there, he was telling them like, she's like so calm. She's like too calm. She's like too calm. I think she's in shock. I think she's in shock. He kept telling them, and I was just sitting there dead ass like, this fucking guy, all these fucking people, everybody hurry up. Like, it is at this point almost 3 a.m. I just want to go to sleep. I was like, damn girl, like that was my only thought for real. And I was just like, you know what? Whatever happens, I know this is a blessing, and I know I'm going to learn something from this situation. I was never worried about it, and you know what? Literally nothing bad came out of it. Literally nothing bad came out of it. It was all amazing. Actually, I received many blessings from that happening. So, I mean, I got a new car. I got cashed out for my old car. It was a lot of shit. Like, it literally upgraded my life, and I honestly think it's because I had such a positive outlook on it. Not only that situation, but just life in general. My constant outlook is, what can I learn from this situation? How can this situation better me? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let any negative experience in life mess me up, bro. I'm not gonna let it stop me. I'm not gonna let it mess up my energy. I'm not gonna let anything put me in a bad vibe. I'm not gonna let anyone put me in a bad vibe. I'm not gonna let anyone's opinions of what I'm doing, how I'm living my life, put me in a bad vibe. I'm not gonna do it. And I don't think you should either. Ignore what these people are talking about. Ignore what everyone is telling you to do. Ignore what they want you to do. I mean, you can ask your friends if you want. Like, you can ask your family for advice, but I'm telling you, all it does is confuse you. All it does is confuse you, girl. Because anything that they are telling you is 100% off of their perception of life, how they would live their life. Your life is not their life. You can decide. And you know better than anyone else. You know better than anyone else. I could possibly tell you what to do with your life. You know better. You know better. All you have to do is ask yourself what you want. It's just something that you have to get really, really clear on. You know what I mean? And not things that you want, like, out of a space of lack. For instance, everyone wants money and love. Everyone wants money and love. Those are the two things. Everyone wants money and love, girl. Everyone does. And when you're operating in a place of feeling bad because you don't have it, it just pushes it away. It makes you do things that aren't, like, naturally attractive to those energies. You know what I mean? It just makes you act out. It just makes you act crazy and do force things and just try too hard. You know what I mean? And life is so much easier when you just let things play out naturally, when you know that these are the things you want, but also know that they're going to come to you in due time. Like, know that it's going to come to you. You know, I don't think that's the easiest concept for a lot of people. It's really hard to just let go and, like, trust, like, oh, everything's going to be fine. And honestly, it literally feels like lying to yourself at first. It definitely does. It feels like you're lying to yourself. But I guarantee the more you remind yourself, the more you fill your brain with, like, these positive things and unlimited beliefs and, like, allow yourself to believe that anything is possible for you, the more it starts to click. You start to actually be like, oh, like, I get it now. I get it now. But you have to trust and allow yourself to even be in that energy to, like, receive those sorts of things. You know what I mean? It doesn't just happen that way. And you also don't have to live that way. I just think it's easier. I think it's more fun. I think it's more, like, creative. I love just seeing, like, what life is gonna put in my direction, and then I'm just, like, walking along my little path, you know what I mean? And I'm like, ooh, what is this? Ooh, what is that? Every new thing that happens, every new person I meet, it leads me into, like, another experience in life, and I just, like, let it all happen. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, nothing bad ever happens to me. Nothing bad ever happens to me, but it's because I have that mindset, and it's because what a lot of people would consider bad, I don't consider bad. I consider it a learning experience. I consider it an opportunity to grow. You know what I'm saying? Anything that happens to me, and I've been through some motherfucking shit. Let me tell you. I've been through it. I have been through it, girl. And for a long time, it did affect me heavily. Like bad. I used to be depressed. Very, very depressed. Everything that happened used to weigh so much on my heart and soul that I literally felt like I could not go on. Like I could not do this anymore. Literally, for a very long time. And I had to change my mindset to be able to get out of that place. I had to get to a place where, like, I see the possibilities. I see the beauty in life. You know what I mean? I literally just had to change my mindset. I literally had to change my mindset and be like, you know what? None of these things are bad. None of them are bad. I've learned and grown so much from any, like, sort of situation that I've struggled with in my entire life. Anything hard that I've been through has been the biggest learning opportunity that I have been able to have in my life. Anything hard that I've been through, it's a fucking learning opportunity, bro. And I guarantee you, if you start looking at life in this same type of way, like, ooh, what can I learn? What can I get out of this? How is this going to benefit me? That is what you will start seeing. That's how you'll start seeing everything, right? You'll be like, oh my God, look how much all of this shit is benefiting me. It's crazy. It literally just happens like that, bro. And I'm telling you, the way to do that is to, like, release your conceptions of how you think things need to be. I have to do this. I have to do it this way. This is the only way to get here. This is the only way to accomplish my goals. You have to let go of all of that is what you have to do. You have to let go and just trust that everything is going to work out exactly how it's supposed to work out. It really is. Like, I fucking promise you. If you release control, but we be gripping on so tight to every aspect of our life that we, like, love or that we want, that we fuck shit up. You know what I mean? We hold on sometimes so tight to people that we care about when we're not meant to have every single relationship in our life forever. You know what I mean? Some of them are more of a learning experience. Some people, you're not gonna be on the same path forever, you know what I mean? And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. That's fine. A lot of times people are put into our lives as a lesson or a blessing, right? They come to teach you something, or they come to give you something amazing and beautiful, like a friendship or a beautiful romantic relationship or whatever the fuck it might be. You know what I mean? But sometimes people come into your life for that, and that doesn't mean they have to stay forever. And sometimes if you're holding on so tight to that person because you're like, oh my God, I like this so much, I don't want it to go, no. You might miss the opportunity of something even better trying to cross your path. You know what I mean? You might completely deter that opportunity even because you're so focused on this thing over here that you're not even fucking paying attention to what possibly could be over here. You know what I mean? You're like, no, I need this, and something over here is trying to give you the fucking whole entire world, and you're just like, no, but I want this. You know what I mean? You have to let yourself live life in a way where you're, like, open to all the different experiences, you know what I mean? So, like, just be appreciative that you had this, that it was what it was while it was, and then learn what you can. If you guys do have to split, you don't even know how, like, you know, you're splitting your little separate way like this, and someone else is coming in on this path, like, boop, and then you guys meet like that, and you're like, oh shit, this is better than I could have ever expected. It's never something that you would have asked for yourself, but it's probably more amazing than you could have ever asked, right? But people be so scared, like, oh my God, what if I never find anything again? What if I never find anyone to love me ever again? Like, that's where holding on so tight to shit is coming from, you know what I mean? Same thing with the job. Oh my God, what if I can't pay my bills? What if I can't get another job? What if I like, it's limiting beliefs, it's just trapping you. Like, girl, what if you find something amazing? What if it leads you into the life of your dreams? Like, you just don't even know. You know what I mean? And it's just so much fun to, like, let yourself be led by life, bro. Nothing is bad. Nothing here is bad. This is all just an opportunity to literally experience life, which is the reason we're here, is to experience life. We're just here to experience it. Like, we're just here to have fun and see what the fuck the vibes are, girl. Like, what's up down here? You know what I'm saying? What's up on Earth? Like, what can we get into? What are the fun parts? What are the loving parts? What are the pretty parts? What are the sometimes hard parts? But, like, dude, those things are so deep too. Like, they show you just life is so rich and diverse and has so many, oh god, I'm getting chills. Life is so rich and diverse and beautiful, and there's so many amazing things to experience in life. And like, the hard times, a lot of the time, all the time, help us appreciate the good things in life. You know what I mean? You cannot, if life were just fucking perfect all the time, you wouldn't care. Like, you just wouldn't even care. And you would also just want more. Like, you know what I mean? There has to be something to balance it out to make you even appreciate all this shit. You would never appreciate all the good shit in your life if you had not been through hard shit. That being said, you have to appreciate all the hard shit you've been through in life. You have to appreciate it. Yes, it was rough. Oh my god. You know what I mean? Should be rough. It'd be hard. For real. I know. But girl, like, I have to appreciate that shit, bro. Everything that I have ever been through has literally made me into the person that I am today. Everything I've ever learned, all the strength that I have, the self-love that I have, my confidence, literally every single aspect of my personality today, besides, you know, what I was born with, just being who I am, you know what I'm saying? But everything that I've been through has created who I am today. You know what I mean? I used to be a hot mess, girl. I had to go through that stuff. I had to go through that stuff to be able to mature, to develop internal strength, to know what I want even out of life. You have to know, you have to see what you don't want to know what you do want. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess you don't have to. You can see something you want and be like, ooh, I want that. But what if there's something better? You've never seen it. You don't even know you want it. You know what I mean? And if you see something worse, you're even more like, oh yeah, I want that other thing. I for sure want that other thing. It's better. You know what I mean? So you'll take the better thing. Now, imagine if you open yourself up to the possibilities that that better thing is not the only better thing for you. Imagine opening yourself up to the possibility that the better thing you're choosing is not even the best thing that life can give you. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I live. I'm like, yeah, there's these things I want, but like, what else is there? Like, what else is there? What fucking magical, amazing shit is life gonna show me if I just like let it happen? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if any of this is making sense. It's 5 a.m. now. I've been talking forever. I don't even know why I'm saying any of this. Really, I just felt like I should. So, in conclusion, do what the fuck you want to do, bro. Stop worrying about what everyone else says and if it's going to work out or any of that. I promise you and I guarantee you the fucking happiest way to live your life is to do what makes you happy. Duh. Like, duh. Do what makes you happy, girl. Stop worrying about everything else. Stop worrying about how it's going to work out, if it's going to work out, what you need to do, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't even matter, girl. It doesn't even matter. I promise you, you're going to figure it out every step of the way, just like you always have done your whole entire life. Unexpected shit happens all the time, and it's worse when you're, like, resistant to it, and you're like, oh my god, no, nothing unexpected, stop, change, you know what I mean? Then it's hard. Then you're, like, freaking out. You're like, oh my god, anxiety, like, what the fuck, it's too much, you know? But if you're, like, open to the idea of life being unexpected and changes happening, then whenever shit like that happens, you're just like, ooh, like, what's this about? You know what I mean? It's fun. It's way more fun. Just be free. Be free. I know a lot of people think I'm a little, these are unpopular opinions, you know what I mean? Sometimes people don't like for people to just do whatever the fuck they want without thought of any consequence. It's taught that that's risky behavior. It's not smart. It's not wise, right? I don't believe that shit. That's like a lie to keep me out of my good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lie, bro. I know what I want. I know what's gonna make me happy, and if I just keep following that, guess what I'm gonna be? Happy girl. It's very simple. It's very simple. So stop worrying about everything. You know, sit with yourself all the time. Anytime you want to, whenever you fucking feel like you want to ask somebody else their opinion on what you should do, stop right there. Take a minute. Sit down. I don't know, meditate. Close your eyes. Whatever the fuck you have to do. And really think. Just ask yourself, but what do I want to do? imagine living each scenario, whatever you're trying to decide between. Live each scenario in your mind and be like, which one feels better? That one feels really good. That one sounds hard. Do the one that feels good, girl. Just do the one that feels good. And do that all the time. Don't worry about what other people think you should do. What the smart thing to do. What the wise thing to do. Who cares? Who cares? Like, literally, who cares? You're keeping yourself in a box by trying to live by everybody else's rules and wishes and what they think life is. You know what I mean? You're keeping yourself in a box, girl. Let yourself free. Let yourself go and let yourself explore life without fear of what could go wrong. Girl, what could go right? You feel me? Okay, I think that's all I have to say. If you listen to this whole thing, thanks, and you're welcome. Let me know if you, decide to try any of these new mindsets, if you decide to incorporate any of this into your life, and let me know how that goes for you, okay? Because I think it's absolutely amazing. That being said, I'm going to try to go back to sleep, but being that I usually wake up between 5 and 6 in the morning anyways, I don't exactly know how that's gonna go. I guess I'm probably up at this point. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.